watching Cannabis and Coffee. I'm Cannabis. You're watching Cannabis and Coffee. I'm Cannabis. We're here at MM Labs with Ben Chu, the lab director. Hi Ben, how are you?
Hi, good. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us. So tell me about MM Labs.
So MM Lab is one of the independent laboratories for testing cannabis in Nevada. So we're one of the ones that help to understand the potency of the materials, safety, and all the things that allow the product to be sold in the dispensaries.
So you test all the plant product, all the soils?
Yeah, we test the plants, anything that is usable marijuana. We also test any extracts or any edibles that are for sale.
Wonderful. So what is one of the most unique findings or things that you come across that is of importance?
What I find actually fascinating just the number of food products that people are putting these things into. And it is a challenge for the laboratories to work with a wide variety of foods, a lot of different backgrounds in the food that's in there. It can be a little challenging for the laboratories to sort out what you've got and tell you exactly what we're looking at. So Nevada has the most stringent requirements for testing across the United States. And a lot of other states are starting to mimic what Nevada has put in place. So all the things I spoke about earlier about pesticides and all the things we're screening, a lot of it is for patient safety. But over here is one of the other things that we also test for. This is the terpene profile. So Nevada requires terpenes for almost every product. We currently look at 43 different terpenes. The state requires, I think, 8. We digest the samples and we look for cadmium, arsenic, lead, and mercury. And these are heavy metals that can come out of the soil that people are using. Nobody in Nevada in their grow is using native Nevada soil. They're all importing everything else. And that's because cannabis is actually known to what's called hyperaccumulation of arsenic. So if there's any arsenic in the soil, any arsenic in the water supply, the plant will actually bring that up into it and will store it in the plant. And so these are all toxic metals that people should not be ingesting. But all of the cultivators that we know around this area, they are purifying their water and they are bringing in soil from outside of Nevada. You are boiling off the terpenes that are in here into the airspace here, and then you take that and you inject it into the instruments. This is a way to clean up the sample. So otherwise we'd be throwing on 1,000 compounds onto the instruments and it'd be a big mess for us to clean up. Nevada has a very long list of pesticides that we are to screen for. And part of that list can be done by gas chromatography with a mass spectral analysis. Part of it has to do with liquid chromatography, and that just has to do with the nature of the chemical that we're looking for. So one of the things we do to look at for mold and yeast or total aerobic or enterobacteria or coliform is what's called Petri film. So if you remember back in high school, your biology class, you had Petri dishes and you made the agar and then you would spread something on top of it and you just put it into an incubator and allow that to grow. And then you can count the number of colonies that are on there. This one is actually just a piece of cardboard. This is very similar to that, but it has the agar on here dehydrated. We rehydrate it with the sample and you just put it on here, place it into the incubator, and then you're just reading the number of colonies that are on here. So there's a certain number of colonies that are allowed from the states, and so that's one of the safety things that we do is to make sure that materials are clean or at least meet the state requirements for what is allowable.
Thank you for joining Cannabis and Coffee for a tour of MM Labs here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Thank you, Ben, for having us.
Thank you for coming.
It's always a pleasure.
I am Ben Chu, the Scientific Laboratory Director for MM Lab, and you're watching Cannabis and Coffee.